Good morning. Let us sing together to mercy, pity, peace, and love. To mercy, pity, peace, and love all pray in their distress, and to those virtues of delight return their thankfulness. Return their thankfulness. For mercy has a human heart, and pity a human face, and love the human form divine, and peace the human dress, and peace the human dress. Then every one of every clime that prays in deep distress, praise to the human form divine, love, mercy, pity, peace, love, mercy, pity, peace.
Good morning, all. Welcome to our July 26th Sunday service. It's good to be with you this morning. If we are new to you, you can learn more about us at our website, which is at uustpete.org, UU St. Pete. We're happy to send you materials, and as the pastor of the church, I'd be happy to talk with you about our tradition online or by phone. Our tradition is dedicated to the spiritual growth of all souls, widening our circles of understanding and caring for ourselves and all others. Cynthia, Robert, John, James, and Annie are with us this morning, helping make our service possible. We all hope that our gathering will add peace and strength to your lives. Some brief announcements. First, of course, we are maintaining the necessary physical distancing to be safe and to get through this pandemic safely. And our board is keeping an eye on the reports of the experts so we can get together as soon as it is safe to do so. I'm sure many of you are doing the same. To stay informed about church activities, please check our webpage, again, uustpete.org, and our newsletters, the Infonet and the RE Update. If you want to talk through some things during this time of isolation, I'm available by phone or email and can meet with you at the church, outdoors on the patio or on the portico, if that would be good for you. And don't forget to just call each other. While gathering with us on YouTube, if you'd like to enable closed captioning, just look for the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Click there and then choose Captions. And lastly, to keep UU St. Pete strong, please don't forget your offerings. You'll note a white circle in the upper right-hand corner of your screen with the capital letter I for information, or if you will, for investment. That is where you can click and make a donation to the church this very morning, and we hope you will. Thank you for your support. Now, Robert and Cynthia.
We're going to light our chalice now, a symbol of our search for truth and of our shared communion. Join us, if you will, in the words of our covenant.
Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law.
This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Our invocation, the kind of call and response you make with your deepest self, is adapted from the gospel words of Mary of Nazareth, shared with her cousin Elizabeth of Bethany, regarding the purpose of life as she was feeling it. The Magnificat, Luke 1:46. Let our souls magnify the divine. Let our spirits rejoice in its sustenance. The source of all being blesses the humblest as well as the mighty, and smiles in those who serve its children. Surely all generations will call them blessed, who bless one another with care and grace, and holy are their names, who pass kindness to the generations.
Thank you, Cynthia and Robert. Parents and younger people and grandparents, do you ever play favorites? That is, do you ever ask each other, what are your favorite things? Wouldn't it be nice to know that, or to hear people share what are their favorite things in the world? And it might be helpful for you to know that. Favorite things to do, favorite people to see, favorite feelings to have, favorite places to be, all sorts of favorite things. What if tonight you asked yourself, or what if tonight at the dinner table you asked the people at the table with you, what are your favorite things? Do you know what they'd say? Might be fun to guess. And would they name the same thing next week? And the Sunday after, and next year? Like right now, your favorite people might include your grandma who lives far away and you don't get to see her and you miss her. Or the same with your friends at school who you're not getting to see right now. But a year from now, you may see them every day, and you may not miss them in a way that really makes you appreciate how wonderful they are. We'll have to experiment with that, I guess. I hope this coming week is your favorite week of all time, and the week after that, and the week after that. We have time for joys and concerns. If you have a special joy or concern, you may send it to me during the week for sharing during this service. Or if it just came to mind yesterday or this morning, you could type it into the YouTube comment column right now for all to share. Take a moment to reflect and type if you'd like, while I share the great poet William Blake's thoughts about joys and concerns during both normal times and abnormal times, such as these. Blake wrote, "Every morn and every night, some are born to sweet delight. And every night and every morn, some to misery are born. Some are born to sweet delight, some are born to endless night." Fatalistic at first, it seems, but Blake reminds us then, but God appears and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night, and does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day. May we remember his words from our opening hymn, to mercy, pity, peace, and love. All turn to these in their distress, to the human form divine. The light within us is strong, even at our weakest. And toward that light and through that light walks the human spirit and human care. And again, the mystic, joy and woe are woven fine, clothing for the soul divine. And when this we rightly know, safely through the world we go. Thank you for all your sharing and caring about one another and the world. Again, Robert and Cynthia.
Now we'd like to share two readings for this morning's service. The first is a poetic vision about our growth in truth and wisdom from the great German poet, Rainer Maria Rilke. When you were a child, the sheer energy of your delight soared you over chasms of darkness. And now, with imagination, you can build daring bridges that arch beyond them all. Amazing things happen when you face life's dangers, and joyous wonder fills you when you succeed. Amidst the intricate, subtle patterns of emerging relationships, to be carried along is not enough, and to seek and strive is not in vain. Take your ready potentials and stretch them to bridge life's chasms of contradictions and opposition, because it is in you that God learns.
And a reading from the early 19th century Islamic Sufi poet Bibi Hayati. She wrote, "Before there was any hint of humankind in existence, I carried in memory your as yet unknown strands of hair. Inside that invisible realm, until each thing was cast into sight, your sun-like face longed to be seen. Your love lived in my soul from the time's first drawn breath, a treasure secure in the secret of my heart. Before the first seed broke open, the rosebed of possibility, the lark of your soul soared through your meadows, heading home. What can I do but thank you 100 times, for your face lights the shrine of my eyes, ever present, ever lovely."
So, let our name be appreciation. Let my name be appreciation. Let your name be appreciation. Let our name be appreciation. Let's just name our church appreciation. Appreciation, parenthesis, a Unitarian Universalist congregation. Why name our church? Why name any church? One could say there are millions of churches, synagogues, mosques, temples, all with names, dedications to gods or saints or prophets or events, trying to say something compelling about the spirit of their place. Like Notre Dame, many European churches are named for Our Lady, evoking for some the caring spirit of Jesus' mother. And for others, especially in the 5th through the 13th century in Europe, the qualities of divinity as female. Come to Notre Dame, and you may sense not only Mother Church, but nurturant Mother Divinity. That could draw you in. Or Ebenezer Church. Ebenezer is Hebrew, having come to mean a pillar of stones at a place where divine help has been given, which the prophet Samuel used to mark the site of divine intervention to help the Israelites triumph over the mightier Philistines. Ebenezer, marker of divine help. Come to Ebenezer Church, and you may sense not only victory despite terrible odds, but a just and saving source. That could draw you in. Or First Parish Church, the name of the Unitarian Church in my hometown, perhaps named to evoke a sense of its preeminence or continuity with the town's Pilgrim founders. Come to First Parish Church, and you may sense not only foundation, but perhaps courage or pilgrim's pride. That could draw you in. Though you might wonder about the word Unitarian or the phrase Unitarian Universalist, in parenthesis below the name First Parish Church. Growing up from age 5 to 18, I walked past First Parish Church at least twice a day, on my way to and from school, the ball fields, gym, soda fountain, or Mass, and many times besides those. Each time I would glance at the roadside pulpit of First Parish Church, at the random quotations like, "Pray for the living, but fight like hell for the dead." But I never got a sense of what the church offered the human soul and spirit. The curious person might have stopped and asked, what does it mean, this name, to the human spirit? First Parish, is it more a sense of courage or more a sense of privilege? Or what? And Unitarian, a history of the no longer so meaningful belief that God is one? Or Universalists, a history of a no longer so meaningful belief that God's love precludes hell, at least in eternity? Some argue these days that religion is dead, that it killed itself with division, warfare, falsehood, exploitation, irrelevance. But isn't this an error in definition? Isn't religion the system of belief that humans need and instinctively construct, call it belief or understanding or whatever you like, to efficiently, effectively guide their actions? Isn't that different from human impulse to survive and thrive, which sometimes through lack of cultivation hardens into division and domination? Couldn't something more effective, more life-giving be under construction even now? To start, what if our church name was an inviting intimation of what we offer the human soul and spirit? What could it be? Who would it invite? In any individual community or culture, we know there are life-guiding beliefs about the nature of reality, that is, ultimate in individual being, about the nature of morality, that is, what is good and right behavior within that reality, and about the nature of authority, that is, who gets to say what is real and what is moral. There seems to me to be no alternative to the construction of these belief systems, and they are what we call religion. As far as I can see, the need for them is innate and inevitable, and will never disappear unless those systems of belief are unable to keep humankind from disappearing. I know, at this moment it doesn't look really that good. I don't need to say why it doesn't look good, but I think we could actually help better the arc of history and human fulfillment if we named our church for what it offers the soul, which is the seed of our beings, and the soul's growing spirit, which can be defined as the flourishing of that soul, that seed, to fruition for our beings. I'll argue the case for the church name of All Souls another day, because that says who we are, a good thing to say. This morning, I prefer the name Appreciation, because appreciation says what we offer. Appreciation of three kinds: The first kind of appreciation I'd mention to an inquiring passerby is thankfulness. You might have noticed from last week's Sunday service how good thankfulness feels. Thankfulness, I think, is what most comes to mind when somebody says, "I appreciate what you did for me." That is saying one is thankful for something. You can hear our tradition's encouragement of thankfulness as the basis of our covenant's call to justice, equity, compassion, peace, liberty, and respect for all of our independent community of existence. This, I think, is what you can feel in Sufi Muslim Bibi Hayati's poem this morning. What can I do but thank you 100 times? For your face lights the shrine of my eyes, ever present, ever lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's only 5 times. Is she thanking her soul, her husband, her children, her community, her universe, or Allah? Yes, yes, yes. That's our tradition's appreciation as thankfulness. Who walks away when they see they can experience that kind of appreciation? Second kind of appreciation I'd mention is understanding. Understanding is what appreciation means when we say, "I appreciate what you're saying," or we have to appreciate our current situation to find a way forward. You can hear this meaning in our covenant's affirmation of a search for truth and meaning as both right and responsibility. You can hear it also in the covenant's affirmation of the balance between the understanding in an individual's conscience and the understanding in society's democratic process. Appreciation as understanding, I think, is what you feel in Rainer Maria Rilke's poem, encouraging us to use the power of our potentials to grow and build greater understanding for all existence of what at first appear to be competing, contradictory understandings. It is Mohandas Gandhi's Satyagraha, gaining higher truth by the expansive connecting of two seemingly conflicting understandings. That's our tradition's appreciation as understanding. Who walks away when they see they can experience that kind of appreciation as spiritual growth? The third kind of appreciation is enhancement. Enhancement is what appreciation means when we say, this property will appreciate in value over time. Or investment will cause this holding to appreciate manyfold. You can hear this enhancement appreciation in our covenant's affirmation of encouragement to spiritual growth. You can hear it in the covenant's call to promote the activities of justice, equity, and compassion in human relations, and respect for the interdependent web of existence of which we all are a part. These are calls to enhance, to grow our innate capacities. In fact, I'd say that the UU covenant in its entirety is a call to the practice of enhancement, empowerment, growth, fulfillment. It is the essence of Unitarian founder William Ellery Channing's sermon on the human potential to grow in likeness to God. It resonates in what the honored Dr. Albert Schweitzer experienced in an epiphany at about the same time he became a Unitarian, that the highest calling and the highest action is reverence for life. Who walks away when they can see, when they can experience that kind of appreciation? I think it would be good for life to let the passing world know that here is where it can experience these three all-encompassing dimensions of spiritual growth in a congregation called appreciation. So what do you think? Would it be helpful to have a church name that gives people a sense of what we are offering the human soul and its spirit? And if so, what name do you think would best serve to tell the world? Send me your ideas, and we'll get them out there and have them under discussion. Or would you be happy with the name of appreciation? Thank you all for gathering this morning. May your life be full of thanks, understanding, growth. And thanks to Cynthia, Robert, John, James, and Annie for bringing our service to life this morning. See you soon, I hope. Call if you need some help. Be well. Be good. Now Cynthia and Robert with our chalice.
And now, with a breath, we pass the flame of our chalice lamp to each other as we say our common closing words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. Now music to close.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. You just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean